Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the new best Golem Night Witch deck in Clash Royale. The rank 30 player is using this deck to beat the best players in the game. Everyone in the meta is expecting Goldenite everywhere, but this deck has the ultimate switch, Golem Night Witch. Instead of swiftly dashing towards towers, you're going to be steadily building up bats and collecting skeletons for your Skeleton King. With opponents only having one poison or fireball in their deck, they're going to be struggling with the Skeleton King and the Night Witch. If you space them out, the Skeleton King ability will demand the poison, while the Night Witch bats will overwhelm everything if they don't respond to it. And if they want to break through the tombstone on defense, they'll probably need spells to clean up the skeletons there too. When they misallocate their spells once, you'll have their tower for lunch. Especially when you're able to tornado units into your splash damage with Skeleton King and Baby Dragon and skeletons to engulf everything, or tornado them away so they can't finish off your Golem push. Golem has been one of my main decks in Clash Royale, and I'm so excited to see this deck back at the top of the leaderboards. Let's go jump straight some games with the strongest Golem Night Witch deck in the game and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make all of the daily videos possible. If you don't have Skeleton King, use Dark Prince instead. All right, so jump into this one. This guy's gonna go in for a Goblin Cage. So whenever I see that card, I'm expecting to be a Royal Giant deck, or it's gonna be Royal Recruits. There's going to be some type of royalty out here, so we're going to be dishing out the Skeleton King. And this guy is going to go in for a Phoenix. So whenever I see the bird, I generally like lightning that and hitting the tower and then finishing off the egg with the lightning. I know it's going to be a -2 trade, but I expect to get value with my tornado in this matchup. Yo, he's going to have Phoenix with Royal Recruits. Oh, I think this guy's cooking a balloon deck. He has to be rocking balloon when we see Phoenix with Royal Recruits. So me cycling the Baby Dragon here is okay because I still have Tornado for the other side. Wait, what? Piggies? I did not expect that. I did not think that that would even be a remote possibility. We're going to go and activate King Tower with 2 piggies because that's all we could really pull safely. And the Baby Dragon's going to lock on a tower for a lot of damage. I hate how the recruits push the piggies so far to the left that it was uncomfortable to pull all of them with the tornado. Usually you're able to pull 3 of them or 4 of them depending on the orientation of the pigs. But in that situation, we only got 2. Anyway, this guy is currently up 200 damage, but I have a King Tower activation. So I would like to say I'm in a favorable spot, but I can't guarantee that. So generally what I like doing is going in for our tombstone, and then when the skeletons from the tombstone are gonna die, we soak them up with our vacuum cleaner Skeleton King. I know it just feels like a vacuum cleaner. That's what his big stick is for, guys. It's actually secretly a vacuum cleaner. You might not know that, but that's the real Clash Royale lore that you guys don't get from the developers, only from me. We're gonna go in for the Skeleton King ability if possible, just to... Oh no, I just got robbed. Yo, guys, we got it on video, right? I just got robbed in 4K. That's unbelievable. That's so bad. The Skeleton King, he fell apart like Legos. Whenever he dies, it just seems like a Lego animation pops off because some of him like falls off into the arena. I don't know. It's just kind of silly if you ask me. But yeah, that happened. Do not feel good. We know his Royal Hogs are going to be 3 cards away. No, now 2 cards away because he just went in for a Phoenix. He's going to go in for Recruit, so he's 1 card away from the Royal Hogs. So we'll see if he decides to drop them in the left-hand side. Generally, what we like to do is we like to go Night Witch with our Golem because it's going to be able to do really well with the Night Witch bats stacking up. The Skeleton King has more health anyway, so that's why we're going to be dropping that as a little bit of a tank for the Phoenix. And we're dropping our Baby Dragon in the middle to finish off the Phoenix and then also go directly in the pathway of the Zappies. So yeah, this matchup is starting to become a little bit more problematic for me because we are playing against Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits with Zappies. I do not have any way of breaking through all of his Fireball bait. So, how are we going to make this happen, man? Fireball bait is giving me a lot to hate. I'm waiting with my Barb Barrel because I want to be able to hit his Royal Hogs or Royal Recruits here. So I'm going to go in for the Barb Barrel now. Then I'm going to go for Skeleton King. I'm fully expecting him to start spamming me very aggressively. And I'm going to get a Tombstone down with the Skeleton King. And I think that we might be able to make a huge push if he overcommits slightly. That's what we need him to do. Need him to massively overcommit, actually. I said slightly. We need a lot from him. So he's going to Fireball. He misses the Night Witch. This is our point. This is our moment. This is our calling. We are going to go Golem. So that Night Witch staying alive is huge. Just having the mental resilience in this matchup means a lot. The Night Witch wouldn't have actually mattered because I had a Golem and I had a huge amount of Elixir and I would have been able to lightning on the Goblin Cage anyway to win. But him missing the Night Witch expedited our victory there. Beating Royal Recruit's Fireball bait is possible even if you have Lightning. You just have to prioritize using your Skeleton King for splash damage against the Royal Recruits and the Royal Hogs, and the Tombstone to pull all of the bridge spam to the middle. And the early King Tower activation for us came up clutch with value throughout the entire match. Eventually, building up a big push with our Golem Night Witch bats spooked our opponent and secured us the win. win. It's just a delicate balance of knowing which cards to use on defense and which ones to drop on offense. Yo, we got a game against Heisenberg. So this guy's a part of hard counter Royale clan. So hopefully we can hard counter him and give his clan a bit of meaning out here. So we're going to go in for the defensive tombstone, one of the hardest cards to break through in the game. And we will see what you're up to, my man. So he is going to go in for a barbarian barrel. So you might end up having a golem deck as well. You could also end up having graveyard. Ooh, okay. Is this going to be like P.E.K.K.A. Ram Rider, or is this going to be 3 Musketeers because we see a bandit? In either situation, it's going to be a scary match. Ooh, you might have Mega Knight actually. Yo, whenever we see Inferno Dragon, I'm expecting Mega Knight. I want to be able to lighten on the Inferno Dragon. It doesn't kill it. The 1 HP survivor. That's so unfortunate. I'm going to go for a Skeleton King and just eat the damage. I think it's a necessity for us to just eat this damage and not really worry about it too much, because if I try to play too aggressive here and I try to go in for like a Night Witch, it's not really going to work out. I got to always build up big pushes with my Golem and my Night Witch together. And generally, the Night Witch is just primarily an offensive card. Oh, wait, what we can do here is we can activate King Tower with a Tombstone and then a Tornado against this Mega Knight. Let's go. Please, please give it to me right now. Go and spam a little bit more. We're not dropping our Night Witch purposely, so then we end up having some more cards to counter this. Yes! Let's go! So if we dropped our Night Witch, the Mega Knight would have targeted on top of the Night Witch. But we drop our Baby Dragon in the back, and the Baby Dragon's like, I don't see anything here. Wanders away and does not care about the Mega Knight. It's just like, I've seen so many Mega Knights that I'm unimpressed. That's what the Baby Dragon's feeling is like. It's been a mid-ladder warrior in Clash Royale for too long, and it's like, yep, been there, seen that, done with it. All right, I'm going to go and click the Skeleton King ability just to dally and potentially get some damage on the Mega Knight. If it was full bar, it would kill the entire Mega Knight, but notice how much damage it does. For 2 elixir, I don't think that that's terrible. I think it's an okay trade. I want to go in for a Tombstone, and then I want to probably go in for a Baby Dragon, then a Tornado again. I don't know. We'll see how this works. I think we can Tornado and pull the Ram Rider to the other side. Yes! Let's go! That was awesome. I love that the Mega Knight was jumping on my tower and it died too. That was pretty memey. You guys have to be honest right there for a sec. Did you think the Mega Knight was going to destroy me? Did you think the Mega Knight would jump? If it did jump, it would have been kind of bad for me, but not terrible. It would have still been a salvageable spot. At least the bandit ends up dying to my tower. There used to be a glitch in Clash Royale where after the bandit dashed onto your tower, the tower would retarget off of the bandit and the bandit would still be hitting your tower. And that was the worst glitch in Clash Royale's history, at least from my experiences. So I would typically want to lightning here. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm still going to do it. I just want to be able to kill the Inferno Dragon optimally. If I Tornado aggressively, then I won't have a great answer to the Ram Rider, but I think it's worth it if I can kill the Electro Wizard. I just can't guarantee that I will, so I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to click the Skeleton King ability optimally if I can get it down. Just drop a Tombstone here and conserve my elixir advantage. So I have a pretty big elixir advantage, and I think he's going to spam enemies, so we got to go and get geared up for a decent defense with the Barbarian Barrel, and hopefully these bats and Baby Dragon can kill the bandit. No, the bandit dashed on me. That's so bad, because my Night Witch dies in the poison now. Oh, this is actually awful. This game is really gearing up to become something spicy. Okay, so I need to go in for another Tombstone here, because he just uses poison. I can go for a Night Witch in the back. And then I think we can make an outplay with the lightning on everything, so then the Ram Rider doesn't charge up on us. And then we should be able to finish off the Inferno Dragon with our bats optimally. And then if we can do that, we can maybe Golem at the river because we're up so much. I think this is going to work out. Great poison from him again. He's not really giving me the opportunities I want. I'm going to go in for the Skeleton King ability because it's outside of the poison, so maybe it can circumference and just completely envelop the Electro Wizard. It doesn't happen. Oh, we want to go in for another Night Witch because he just uses poison earlier. Probably going for a Barbarian Barrel, so it will tank for the Inferno Dragon for a short period of time. And then we can go for a super high Tombstone, so then he can't get any shenanigans on our tower. All right, so I do want to go in for a Lightning, but I think it's better for us to go for a Skeleton King so we can start to accumulate a ton of stuff here. I'm going to go for a Lightning now, so then we can kill the Inferno Dragon guaranteed. Hopefully also hit the Mega Knight. I need to go and pop the ability. I need to pop the ability like yesterday, my dudes. Okay, this is good. We've got a lot of stuff coming at him. We still end up having the Night Witch. I don't know if this is good. Oh, he missed the bandit. What is up with people and missing their stuff today? Okay, we're going to go in for a Golem, and then we're going to get a Tombstone down. Barely. That's going to be enough, right? If we can just get the Golem on the tower, I think we're able to win. We can Tornado this away, actually. And that's going to stay away. It's going to go to the other side. And then we can Lightning on top of everything. Optimally, I think that's the play. If we can just Lightning on his units and have the Golem explode on the tower, that might be enough. I don't know, guys. This is really coming down to the wire. I need to be able to get, like, a Lightning here. I don't know if I can stop it. I should be able to tornado and then lightning. And then I think I win if I can just do enough damage with the lightning. Please give it to me. Let me win this game. Let's go. Holy heck. He said good luck, but I think I outplayed him at the end. That was not an easy situation. Tornadoing his Electro Wizard, his Inferno Dragon, and all the units away, knowing the lightning and barely winning by 200 HP. That was a close game. Very fun stuff, and nothing beats the feeling of bouncing back and beating a good player. All right, we got a game against Metal. What's up, dude? So we're going to put pedal to the metal whenever you decide to bridge spam me, and we'll defend very well. I'm going to go in for a Night Witch in the back because you just dropped a log, and I feel like I'm up a little bit of elixir. I don't think that was very smart for me to go and drop that on the same side that he did damage with the log, but it was only like 77 damage to my tower, so it wasn't too bad, right? I just gave him a 77 damage lead compared to making him drop the poison in the right-hand side where he didn't have any available damage immediately. Also, Skeleton King is so stupidly thick that the wall breakers could not find their way around him. Okay, so Mighty Miner, a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. We should make him pop the Mighty Miner ability with the skeletons, and maybe they're going to lock onto the tower anyway? Oh, let's go, guys. That makes me pretty happy. I'm proud of myself, figuring out a way to still putting the Mighty Miner person in a bad spot. It's usually one of those matchups that you look at and you're like, I don't appreciate this deck. I don't like playing against Mighty Miners and Miners, but I'll show you guys the strategy on how I beat them. Typically, I like tombstoning in the back because then it catches the miner, it forces out the poison, and if you force out the poison, then they have no poison for your Golem and Night Witch push. Unfortunately, that wasn't something that was really a priority for me right there. I dropped my Skeleton King slightly further in the back in case you wanted to drop a miner with the Archer. You guys might be like, why didn't you drop it on the Archer? Well, the Skeleton King would have went back and been able to kill a miner if he had dropped it slightly further back. I'm going to drop the Skeleton King ability when it's close to the tower, so some of the skeletons will spawn and force out a log bare minimum. That's always worth it to keep both of our elixirs lower, so then, you know, he's not able to go in for the miner wall breakers pushes as much. We can activate King Tower here with the miner. I'm going to eat the damage from the wall breakers just because I wasn't able to get the tombstone down in time. Activating King Tower against the miner in that specific spot was just too good for us to pass up on. So, I think I got to go tombstone here because I don't have a good way or a good response to counter the Mighty Miner otherwise, and that's just such a good trade, right? Like, looking at that, that's 3 elixir against 7. You dropped Archers and Mighty Miner. That's horrible for you. Okay, so he's gonna go Bomb Tower. I guess I go Golem. Do I pop the ability, though? I think... No, I don't think I do. I think if I pop the ability, I wouldn't have enough elixir to defend this, and I need to get a Bar Barrel down, so we're chilling. All right, cool. The bad thing about it, Night Witch is going ahead of my Golem. Not really the order of operations you want, you know? It's kind of like building a sandwich and then putting the meat on top and then being like, yo, this is my sandwich. It doesn't really work that well. We're going to go for a lightning to reset the Mighty Miner. And then I think that the Golem is going to be able to tank for the Baby Dragon for an excessive period of time. I am going to go in for a tornado just to finish off those archers because he's going to try to body block it with the miner and we make the nice prediction and we catch it. I'm going to go for tombstone here. It does pull the wall breakers. Should also distract his archers as well. So that's very nice. The bad thing is the archers just fire so fast that I have to go for a Skeleton King anyway. This makes me upset when I see that, bruh. All right, I'm going to go in for the Golem in the back. I could pop the Skeleton King ability, but I don't think it's worth. I think it's just going to do a lot of damage anyway. I want to conserve my elixir. I'm going to go in for a Night Witch here because I need to, not because I want to. We're going to go Bar Barrel to pull back the Mighty Miner. The Night Witch will be able to kill the Mighty Miner. It will be able to go and kill the Miner, and we're in a decent spot. But given my card hand, this is going to be a huge push for me. I have Lightning for his building. I have a good moment here. I need to be able to hit more than just that on the Lightning, though. I want to hit everything I possibly can. So I'm not going to go in for a Lightning when there's no Mighty Miner on the field. I think I can go in for a Tornado to finish off the Archers guaranteed. And then I can go in for another Golem, actually. Especially if he's going to go in for a Poison. So notice how I don't commit heavily to my Lightning when I don't want to. And I don't go in for a Skeleton King ability, even though it's full bar. If I went for the Skeleton King ability there, guess what would have happened? It would have gone directly into the Bomb Tower or a Poison, which he was already on the field. Instead, I made sure that I kept momentum. Keeping momentum with Golem decks is the secret to success. If you're losing with Golem, it's probably because you're not keeping enough elixir in your hand to continuously throw more Golems at your opponent. When you go in for a Skeleton King ability, or you go in for a Lightning, it stops your momentum. It stops you from making the push. So when you stop making the push, then it gives your opponent the potential of going in for their own push or making you, you know, kind of deal with whatever they're dropping. I don't like that. I like being the dictator of my own fate. So I'm going to go in for a Baby Dragon here, and then I think we can go in for a Tornado and then Barbarian Barrel. Unfortunately, that's what I'm going to have to do, but it should work out. All right, so I need to go Skeleton King here on defense, and I also got to go in for a Night Witch. I probably want to start cycling some poison counters with, like, Lightning on his tower. It's just going to be a little bit dicey, not going to lie. Like, I need to go in for a lightning on top of whatever he drops here. So, yeah, I'm going to lightning on this. I'm going to try a tornado on top of the miner. And then I should be able to do more damage than him. I hope so, at least. We're going to try to go in for, like, one more lightning if I can. I think I'm going to get back to it, so I'm going to lightning right now. I don't think the archer hits my tower, and I barely walk with win. So that was a close game, and the reason why I won is because I went in for so many golems that he never had the availability of going on offense. He was always having to defend our golem pushes, so he wasn't able to throw enough miner poisons on my tower to win that game. Despite him having mighty miner and a building and archers, he still wasn't able to stop our golem spam. If you play golem at the higher level, you're constantly throwing out golems, and you're never giving your opponent the chance to go on offense, especially in double and triple elixir. All right, so get into this one. This guy is already unloading a ton of fun on our tower. He's going to go in for the drill, and oh my gosh, come on. I thought that the Night Witch would soak up the bomber hit. Oh, I wasted 4 elixir. Can I have a refund of that Night Witch? She even went ahead of the Skeleton King. Bro, not like this. All right, so this lightning could work out if we can hit the bandit. Okay, maybe I'll vibe with this. If we can go for the Skeleton King ability and he has no way of cleaning up the skeletons that are on the tower, that's a vibe. But he got back to the bomber. Oh my gosh, dude. Stop it right now. Yeah, you know, I am nail biting right now. This is not looking good. I'm currently down 400 damage, down elixir, and in a pretty bad spot. I'm going to go for a bar barrel here and make sure it extends far enough to go and hit the tower for at least one shot, or force out skeletons. What are you going to do? Probably drill me, right? So if you drill, we want to go for a tombstone directly in front of our tower then. If not, we'll just baby dragon and we'll play passive. We're making the prediction that's in front of our tower. That's why we're dropping our tombstone there, because it will be able to fully counter everything. Oh my gosh. My dude's got arrows. This deck typically doesn't have that. He's running something different. Okay. All right. So we can tornado depending on what he does. Otherwise, I think just letting the Skeleton King die is the optimal maneuver. Of course, a lot of people will be enticed with the Skeleton King at half the bar. But if he doesn't have Inferno Tower in cycle, how is he expecting to counter a Golem? He might cycle back to another Inferno Tower, but double elixir hasn't hit yet. So I'm ready to hit you up with a big Golem beatdown push with your building out of cycle. And, you know, if you decide to spam in the other side, I've got Tornado. I'm going to the same side where he has all the damage, so we protect our weaker tower. He has to go in the high HP tower or spam into our Golem, which neither of those are really things that he wants to do, so he's focusing on defending, which is definitely the wrong decision in my opinion. Because if you don't have good answers to the Night Witch bats or Baby Dragon that's stacking up behind the Golemites because the Golem's dead, then we're able to rack up a lot of value. Like, you only have arrows and Inferno Tower to kill my Baby Dragon. So because I've deduced what your deck is, I'm going to take full advantage of that. I'm not going to play nice. I'm going to be real mean and get as much damage as I can. So always identify what your opponent's deck is, what are their answers, and then you take advantage depending on the situation. So the Skeleton King will probably bait out another Inferno Tower because, I don't know, I just don't think that the Bomber is going to be enough here. Maybe it will be. Maybe I'm wrong. If I pop the Skeleton King ability, oh, let's go, baby. That's gigantic. And we're going to Bar Barrel. He's going to think that it's going to take my tower, but it's not. Haha, let's go. And the Bar Barrel is going to tank for our Golem as well, so he can't go for a lightning. That is massive. You guys might not think so, but that one Barbarian Barrel is going to give us so much free time so that I can go in for a lightning at the right moment. I need to get a Tombstone down in case he goes in for the Goblin Drill directly on my tower. I thought he would, to be honest, because he's not able to defend this. I don't know what world he's living in right now, but he's not going to be living much longer. All we have to do is go for one more lightning, and I think I can cycle back to that. The Baby Dragon will come through as well. If he drops anything nearby, we'll Tornado on top of it, so he has to drop the Inferno Tower. But if you drop a 5 elixir Inferno Tower, then you have no elixir to body block the lightning, but we don't even get the chance to lightning. Baby Dragon was going to finish it off. GG and well played. We destroyed him. My man wasn't able to drag on that game any longer, and he's probably raging like a baby, throwing a temper tantrum because he had absolutely no good answers to air. Night Witch Bats and Baby Dragon behind Golemites is one of the most difficult to deal with pushes in the entire game. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.